Hey there, Chiefs Kingdom. Harrison Graham here with another edition of the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. Coming up on today's show, some Kansas City Chiefs OTAs, news, rumors, some storylines to discuss. Plus, here in a few minutes, we're going to take a look at a pretty interesting trade idea that Bleacher Report proposed around one of Kansas City's players. But first, let's talk about the ongoings at OTAs with week 2 wrapping up today. One more week to go next week before mandatory minicamp. Gotta be honest, folks. The Justyn Ross hype is building. I got goosebumps when I saw the clip that the Chiefs posted where Patrick Mahomes threw a deep ball down the right sideline and Justyn Ross was able to burn Najee Johnson for a deep touchdown. He's obviously had quite the journey with his health, being an undrafted player after starting his college career at such a high note. But if he could finally get back to being that player we saw early on at Clemson, I mean, what a luxury that could be for this wide receiver room. Now, I'm trying to stop myself from buying too much into the hype, considering it is off-season workouts, OTAs. I mean, it's not even mandatory, it's voluntary. But if he's a real weapon, that makes this wide receiver unit that much more fascinating. The guy looks smooth, fellas. I got to be honest. Like, he looks like he's back. Now, let's see how he does when he takes a hit or two. Like, he's got a neck back fusion, which is obviously a complicated type of surgery that he had to have. Only 4 teams cleared him medically coming out of college. Had a foot problem last year, but he looks healthy right now. And if he can be healthy and make plays, and it sounds like Patrick Mahomes is a fan as well, that could be really, really fascinating. Will Justyn Ross make the Chiefs' 53-man roster? What do you guys think? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's video, so scroll on down during this YouTube ad break and type a Y for yes or in for no. Young secondary stock pointing up per Steve Spagnuolo, who spoke to the media today. The Chiefs' defensive coordinator, Matt McMullen, had this tweet kind of paraphrasing what Spag said, saying that the Chiefs' second-year defensive backs are, quote, light years ahead of where they were during this time last year. I'm really excited to see those guys take the next step this season. And that's what's crazy. This secondary is so young. L'Jarius Sneed is like the seasoned vet, and he's only entering year 4. But Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson, and Joshua Williams, all guys entering the second year of their careers. Najee Johnson, a second-year player. Obviously, he got beat by Justyn Ross. I'm not sure if Spags is lumping him in with these other guys. Nick Jones is a rookie. You're very young at corner, but a lot of these guys got experience last year, especially McDuffie, Watson, and Williams. You got Brian Cook, who's ready to step in as a starting safety in year 2. He was served as the third safety last year, but with Juan Thornhill moving on to signing with the Browns, he's in line for a bigger role. If these guys can click and mesh, this secondary has major potential. I mean, it really does. And not only for this year, but for years to come, because you've got them under rookie contract control for, 3 more seasons, at least 4 in some case. Like Trent McDuffie being a first-round pick, you could exercise his 5th-year option in a couple of years. So I'm excited about that. Spags noticing that they have taken a step in the right direction, and they already did really good things as rookies. So excited to see what is in store for 2023. How about this, fellas? I'm offering you guys a deal. If this video gets 50 new subscribers, hit the subscribe button to make that happen right now. I will chug a beer live on Monday's show. We go live every Monday, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 Central Time. 50 new subscribers, I will chug a beer on the show on Monday. So if you want to see that happen, hit that subscribe button. And, of course, join us on Monday, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 Central Time. Okay, one more takeaway here. That's more of just a participation thing. Several players absent for the Chiefs here today, and I would guess a lot of these guys weren't there at all this week. Here are players that were not present: Isiah Pacheco, Jerick, McKinnon. Now, they're both nicked up, especially Pacheco in that case, so that may not be super significant. Kadarius Toney, Amir Smith-Marset, Travis Kelce, Blake Bell, Donovan Smith, Chris Jones, L'Jarius Sneed, Tershawn Wharton as well, so several players not there. A couple other guys there, but not practicing today. Mike Edwards, Trent McDuffie, and Jason Godric were present but did not practice per Pete Sweeney there. Appreciate him for the note. Look, I'll be honest, OTA's absences don't concern me that much, especially for the teams like the Chiefs. Like, they're a win-now team. They don't need the reps as much as other teams do. But, in the case of young players, like, you'd like to see them out there. But with mandatory minicamp in a couple of weeks, that is when things really ramp up. So we'll see what the participation is like later in the month of June. Okay, before we dive into that trade idea from Bleacher Report that I teased earlier. Go make some money during the NBA Finals. BetUS, the place to go. Go to chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Use our promo code Chiefs125 to get a 125% deposit bonus. Just use that code Chiefs125. Denver, big favorites tonight, which makes sense. They're at home. Better team all year. Well-rested Miami Heat. Are they running on fumes? Do they have enough in the tank? Plus, they're going into high altitude in Denver. I like the Nuggets to cover, and I like the under. Those are my 2 plays tonight. I could see this being like a 110-95 type of game. So take that for what it's worth. If you're feeling good one way or the other, go put your money where your mouth is. Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Promo code Chiefs125 to get a 125% deposit bonus. A couple other nuggets from today's practice, according to reporters on the ground. These are some plays that were discussed. Justyn Ross, so he caught the deep touchdown yesterday. Today he also had a contested catch as well over a defensive back. So, that's what he can do, man. He can make those catches one-on-one. Michael Dana was able to intercept the pass near the line of scrimmage, the edge rusher, who could be in line for a bigger role this year. So we'll see how that plays out. Sky Moore, he's had a big couple of weeks, had a nice catch over the middle in traffic, so that is nice to see as well. Okay, let's get to the rumor portion of the show. Could Clyde Edwards-Helaire be on the move and head to the New York Giants? Bleacher Report proposed a trade idea to send CEH to the Big Apple, and I do actually find this one interesting because obviously there's been a lot of buzz around, is Clyde Edwards-Helaire going to be on this football team? Is he a part of this team's future? I don't really know at this point in time because you all obviously have Isiah Pacheco, you've got Jerick McKinnon, Dave Tobe, the special teams coordinator, spoke highly of Deneric Prince this week as well. Now, they've also talked highly about Edwards-Helaire, but the reality is right now, he's your third running back behind Pacheco and McKinnon. Now, maybe things change. Last year, CEH was the starter, and Pacheco unseated him. Could he unseat Pacheco? I guess it's possible, but I just don't view it that way, and which is why we've talked about if he were to get traded, that would save the Chiefs some money, and it could be beneficial to him as well to get a little bit of a restart. Here's Maurice Mouton of Bleacher Report saying this. As of right now, the New York Giants running back Saquon Barkley remains a no-show for OTAs, although Ralph Vacciano, I don't think I said that right, doesn't expect him to hold out of training camp. Let me look at that name again. Ralph Vacciano. There we go. Still, the Giants should get an insurance policy at running back. The Giants should offer the Chiefs a late-round pick for Edwards-Helaire. He could have somewhat of a bounce-back campaign under offensive coordinator Mike Kafka, who served as Kansas City's QB's coach and passing game coordinator between 2020 and 2021, which is an interesting connection there. Obviously, he would have familiarity with New York's offensive system. And just looking at that running back room, it's not like it's loaded, right? I mean, obviously Saquon, but what if he holds out? Who knows? Matt Breida's a gadget guy. We know that. Eric Gray, they drafted. He can do some things, but he is a rookie. I actually think CEH could be an interesting fit for the Giants, and he could have a role there. Even if Saquon's back, he's got a chance to be RB2. I think he could have a bigger role than Eric Gray does in his rookie year. So interesting idea here by Bleacher Report, and it could be a good thing for both sides, right? Like, I know the Chiefs are kind of hyping up CEH right now. He's in great shape. He's coming in with the right attitude, yada, yada, yada. But you got to wonder, like, are they just hyping him up to maybe build some trade value because the production has waned since his rookie season. He's had some injury concerns. So we'll see. If he's here, hey, great. Be a part of a rotation and help this team win. If not, if you can shed a couple $1 million and maybe get a late round selection, that would be okay as well. They declined his fifth-year option, so barring a big season, he is not in the Chiefs' future plans. So what do you think? Should the Chiefs trade Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Type T for trade, or you can type K for keep. Deal or no deal. If a trade's on the table, I would do it. It saves you a couple $1 million, gives him a fresh start, but let me know what you guys think. All right, guys, that is it for today's Chiefs Report. My name is Harrison Graham. We'll have more updates throughout the offseason. Plus, Chiefs OTAs winners and losers coming on the channel tomorrow, so subscribe and turn on those notifications so you do not miss that video or any other video here on the channel.